Hi, it's Annette Bau and welcome to the Millionaire Insider. For over 30 years, I've been advising and researching the top 1% and 2% of millionaires to determine what millionaires with amazing lives do differently than others. And now I'm providing you practical, easy to implement insight you need to succeed in your business, your life, and with your money. And today's episode is a must attend. We're diving into how the top 1% gets it done. And it's something, if you're all like me, you want to know, how do they get it done? When we have so many things to do in a day, how do we get it done? So when I was preparing for this, I realized that I had recorded an episode a few years ago on this topic, and when I went back and I listened to it, it had such great nuggets on high value activities, low value activities, non-value activities. I couldn't help but share it with you. So in 1 minute, I'm going to share that with you, and then we're going to circle back around and I'm going to do a little more training to cover a few areas that doesn't address. But the first thing I want you to do is go down and please hit subscribe. We want you to subscribe. We want you to get notified of future episodes, and then comment. People always say, how can I get my Millionaire Insider mug? You get it by commenting. And I read those. I want to know where you're getting value, where you're applying the material so that we can provide you more of it. So please, please, please go down and hit subscribe. So let's dive into how the top 1% gets it done. What you need to do to get more done in less time and with less effort. All materials and intellectual property are copywritten by themillionaireseries.com. The information we provide is not intended to replace any advisor or specialist or provide investment, financial, tax, retirement, or any planning or health care advice. Before beginning any plan, you agree to consult with your own team of advisors and to review your specific situation. All participants agree to hold millionaireseries.com and its affiliates harmless for results achieved or not achieved, and all international copyrights are reserved. This is sponsored by the 3 insider secrets to generate leads. If you want more ideal, profitable clients, you can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation and access the training. Again, the 3 insider secrets to generate leads is the sponsor of this episode. I encourage you to go down and take advantage of this free training. So for today's show notes and resources, go to millionaireseries.com/113. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. And if you want a free resource, the 20 of the best Millionaire Insider Secrets I've learned advising and researching millionaires, you can go to millionaireseries.com/20MIS. So how do the top 1% get it done? If you're like me, you want to know that. You want to know what is it that they do differently. So we're going to break out now. You're going to go listen to me do a brief training on some really critical topics, and then we're going to circle back around and I'm going to do a little deeper dive into some of the topics that doesn't discuss. So I'll see you in a minute. So one of the most common questions I get is, how do the top 1 or 2% of millionaires and multimillionaires get it all done? And it's one of the things I too wanted to learn 25 years ago when I started advising and consulting with the top 1 and 2%. And what I found is that they don't. In fact, they get less done than their counterparts. But what they do is they get the important stuff done. So the first thing I want to share with you is that they don't. They don't get it all done. They get clear on their goal, they create their plan, they create their strategies, and then they consistently execute. So you've got to get clear. They don't. And once you get clear on that, it makes it a lot easier. But there's other things that I've seen consistently that they do, and I'm specifically the ones that stay healthy, the ones that have great relationships, not just the ones that have money, but the ones that have amazing lives. The one thing they're really clear on is their non-negotiable activities. So examples of non-negotiable activities are sleep, the amount of sleep you get, how much water you drink, your diet, as well as activities such as your lead generation activities or activities to execute on your plan, possibly your plan to become financially free, your plan to grow your business. So they're very clear on their non-negotiable activities. Included in their non-negotiable activities are activities to relax, to unwind, to quiet their mind. Focus breathing, meditation, prayer, chants, different activities that calm their mind down so that they can get into that space between their thoughts. Because it's in that space between their thoughts where amazingly creative ideas surface, and it's also the place to where you can see opportunities that you'll never see when your mind is racing 100 miles an hour by all the messages we get. So within those non-negotiable activities, they tie into high-value activities, HVAs. And again, these are those high-value activities that you need to do each and every day to operate at your best so that you can achieve your goal. So what you've got to do is figure out which ones work for you. Some ones that are a must are sleep, how much water you're drinking, your diet, that you're eating a healthy diet, that you're not eating a lot of junk or preservatives, that you're consistently executing on your plan, that you actually have a plan. But all of those fall under high-value activities. They're absolutely critical. It's essential to achieving your goal. The next category are low-value activities. Now, low-value activities are interesting because they have to be done. They're those actions that need to be done, but they're ones that don't have to be done by you. And the top 1% and 2% are geniuses when it comes to delegating their low-value activities, putting those where they belong, which is most certainly not at the top of the pecking order. Low-value activities are ones that you've got to hire somebody that's competent, and then you've got to delegate and let them complete them. Clearly, you want to inspect what you expect, but you've got to get clear on which activities are low value, get them off your plate. And then last but not least, non-value activities. Non-value activities are like hours of watching mindless TV. I heard a report recently that they say the average American spends 6 hours a day watching TV. I'm like, how could that be? Do you have a day job? But the reality of it is, whether it's a mindless book or it's mindless TV, those are valuable hours that you could be completing your non-negotiable activities or your high-value activities. So you've got to identify what are the non-value activities. Now, I want to be really clear on that. Non-value activities are not activities when you're relaxing. So I grew up in the Midwest, and for me, it was kind of like if you sat down and relaxed, you were lazy. That's not the case. In fact, they find that that quiet time, that downtime, is as critical as a real active time. We've got to give our brains a rest. We've got to allow our nervous systems to get into that calm alpha state so that we can be at our best and executing on our plan, clear on what we want to accomplish, and able to stay focused. So you've got to get clear on these 3 types of activities: your high-value activities, low-value activities, and non-value activities. So thank you so much for tuning in. I encourage you to go down, make a comment. What are you going to commit to doing? Because the other thing that I see in the top 1% or 2%, they don't try to do 100 things. They focus on 1 or 2 activities. So if you want to go down and commit, the nice thing about committing, especially when it's in public, is the fact that now you've got it out there. And once you get it out there, that's also one of the first steps to get it rolling so that you can achieve your goals. So there you have it. Isn't that good? I mean, if you just apply the high value, low value, non-value, you're going to dramatically improve your results. And that I know for sure. I run one of the most successful performance masterminds in the world. And I know that when people start getting really clear on their high value activities, their low value activities, their non-value activities, and their power hours and power breaks, everything changes. And it will for you too. So let's dive in. So the biggest secret, they don't. They understand it's not about getting it all done. It's about getting the right things done that have the maximum impact in their lives. In fact, they do less than others. One of the things that shocks me about my bigger producers, because I run a performance mastermind, I have all levels of producers. My larger producers often do less than the low and average producers. What they do is they think it through, they get focused, and their actions are really lined up with their goals. They understand failure and they understand the correlation between success and failure, whereas their less successful counterparts oftentimes don't. They do everything they can to avoid potential failure, not understanding that it's a direct correlation to the number of tries, the number of attempts, and the number of successes. You know, there's a myth that we can get it all done. You know, Superman or Superwoman, it's just not reality. You've got to be able to change those beliefs to get results. When we try to get everything done, we don't do anything right. And we've got to avoid that like the plague. So let's look at the reality check. As the saying goes, you can have anything you want, you just can't have everything. And that's why you've got to get so clear on what you want. You got to choose, what is it that I want? And then you got to make sure that you're operating at peak performance. You've got to get that mind quieted down. You can go to millionaireseries.com/106 for how to program your mind like a millionaire. But a large part of that is quieting down your limbic brain. You've got to get enough sleep, 7 to 8.5 hours a night, no electronics, 60 to 90 minutes before you go to bed. And then practice that focused breathing or silent meditation. Reduce or eliminate caffeine, eat a clean diet, drink 50% of your body weight in ounces of water each day, and then exercise and stretch. We got to make sure we're in the right frame of mind. We've got the right setup to achieve the results we want. All right, goals. You've got to set your goals. You can go to millionaireseries.com/107 to do a deep dive into not only how to set goals, but how to achieve goals. The goal is to get on a direct flight from where you are to where you want to be, and it begins by setting your goals. If you want to get things done and you want to be in the top 1% and 2% of millionaires and multimillionaires, you got to set goals. And I want to talk for 1 minute about realistic goals. If you know me or you've followed me for very long, you know that I hate realistic goals. The ironic part is I always say, okay, how many multimillionaires have realistic goals? And people say, probably not very many. I'm like, show me one. I don't know of any multimillionaire, somebody who's been really successful, who has realistic goals. Their goals are crazy. Most people would look at them and say, there is no way. I can remember when I was sharing my goals and this attorney said to me, good luck, you're never gonna achieve them. I would love to find him and say, guess what? Nanny. But you get it. They don't. We set crazy goals. And the problem is that our limbic brain wants us to set realistic goals, right? It wants us to stay safe. But the reality of it is, realistic goals keep us stuck. They're not ideal. We've got to set goals at what we really want in our heart of heart, and then we've got to program them into our mind so they become reality. All right, making it a reality. We've got to master our peak performance schedule. You can go to millionaireseries.com/success-planner to get access to our planner. But you got to identify those high value activities and those income producing activities. And you got to get clear on what are the most critical activities you need to be completing to achieve them. And that's how it happens. We've got to delegate the low value and remove the non-value. And ideally, you're doing at least 1 personal power hour a day and 4 business power hours. As you continue to improve and you start getting momentum, you're going to up your personal power hours. I do about 3 power hours a day, and I do about 4 to 5 business power hours. So just start with 3 to 4 and up your way to 5 to 6. Schedule them into your calendar and then identify consequences if you achieve them or don't. Consequences, my friend, are so powerful, and you want to have predetermined consequences. The easiest strategy for completing what needs to get done is to have consequences. Positive if you get it done. Like one of my producers, every time he brings in $1 million, he gets a massage. And he goes, I'm getting a lot of massages. Negative for not completing them. Positive may include dinner with your family, golf on Friday, or a massage. Negative, donating to a political organization. I actually spoke at ASU on that very topic. Very powerful, very effective. The secret is having a third party help you so that you keep yourself honest. So as a recap, the goal is not to get it all done. You've got to decide what you want. Identify those high value activities, delegate the low value, and remove the non-value. You've then got to create your schedule, and you've got to determine those predetermined consequences. What happens if you don't do what you're supposed to do? And then we've got to slow down our mind. Again, millionaireseries.com/106 shows you how to program your mind, and a large part of that is to slow it down. You've got to be able to focus. Focus is what makes it a reality, and we want to be able to focus on command. The goal is to master your focus and attention so that you can complete the task at hand without distractions. To focus, you've got to calm down and quiet your mind. Breathing and silent meditation are the best strategies to quiet your mind. These we refer to as primary strategies, and then prayer, meditation, silent walks, yoga are secondary strategies, also very important, but they shouldn't replace primary. When you slow down and quiet your mind, you become present, conscious, and can focus. This allows you to set your intention and tap into your intuition and inner guidance. So my friends, again, please hit subscribe. Please go down and hit subscribe and comment. Let me know what you're applying. Even if you're only doing 1 power hour a day, let me know about it. Ideally, we want you to get to do more, because the more you do, the more results you're going to get. But go comment. Let me know what's working, and we love to send out those mugs, and we do for people who engage and really show us where they're using the material. So for today's show notes and resources, go to millionaireseries.com/113. For all show notes, go to millionaireseries.com/MI. And again, you can access our free resource, the 20 Millionaire Insider Secrets you need to know to succeed in your business, life, and with your money at millionaireseries.com/20MIS. Again, millionaireseries.com/20MIS. Today's episode is sponsored by the 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads. You can go to millionaireseries.com/lead generation. If you want more ideal, profitable clients, this is a must attend, and it's free. Again, 3 Insider Secrets to Generate Leads, millionaireseries.com/lead generation to access it. So I want to thank you so much for attending How the Top 1% Gets It Done. So there you have it. I mean, isn't that easy? Like, just simply getting clear on what we want, executing, focusing, having consequences, all those things have such a dramatic impact. We stop doing all the extra stuff, the things that we are not really great at doing, and we let those that are great at doing them do them. So there you have it. So I want to thank you so much for attending. This is Annette Ba'u, host of the Millionaire Insider. All international copyrights are reserved. Bye now.